Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Viola Sutanto, and I'm the co-founder of LimeLoop. Today, we ship 65 billion packages annually, and global e-commerce sales are set to increase almost 250% by 2021. We live in an e-commerce economy, yet sending and receiving goods were really made for an in-store retail economy in mind, resulting in increased packaging costs for brands and a deterioration in the customer experience. The environmental impact is staggering. 65 billion packages consume 429, I'm sorry, oh, how do I get back? 65 billion packages consume 429 million trees, 578 billion gallons of water, and 1.3 billion gallons of oil. In short, packaging is killing us. At LimeLoop, we have developed a solution with our platform and smart shippers. Our platform helps brands gain access to reusable packaging, logistics management, and monitoring analytics, resulting in a decrease in e-commerce packaging costs due to reuse and transparency in tracking, a decrease in environmental impact due to less transport and resource consumption, and an increase in customer retention by creating a differentiated experience for them. Using recycled billboard vinyl, we've designed lightweight, durable, and returnable shippers that, coupled with our proprietary software, allows brands to track the journey of their packages, thus mitigating loss of packages. It streamlines the returns process and monitors the environmental impact. The process is simple. Brands rent a fleet of shippers from us. They mail out their products using our shippers as they would a cardboard box, except upon receipt of the shipper, the customer uses a prepaid mailing label to send the shipper back to the fulfillment center so it can be used over and over again. For every 10,000 shipments, we'll save 70 trees, 90,000 gallons of water, and 200 gallons of oil compared to conventional packaging, with an 80% savings emission compared to overseas recycling processing. The global packaging market is at $900 billion today, with $40 billion in returnable packaging. These numbers continue to rise with a 6.2% increase year over year in the shipping of apparel, body care, food, and pharmaceuticals, categories that are all targeted by LimeLoop. Our business is based on a shipper and SaaS subscription model, with 200 million shippers in circulation at a rental cost of about $3 per shipper. We'd be looking at a recurring revenue of $1 billion. Since launching last April, we're already piloting with 12 brand partners, completing well over 6,000 shipments. And early studies have indicated that brands who adopt LimeLoop have experienced a higher customer retention rate. Going into 2019, we have 150 brands in our pipeline with plans to expand beyond apparel into body care. By combining the reusable shipper and leveraging technology in the form of data gathering and tracking capabilities via our proprietary software, we believe that we have a unique advantage in the industry. And with that, I leave you with LimeLoop, the platform that's reinventing the experience of sending and receiving goods. Thank you. I'm happy to take questions from the judges.
You know, I've always wondered why Amazon doesn't do that. Do you know? Something like reusable packages. Is it the cost of the packages? How much is the cost of the package?
It's difficult. It's a big challenge. I think the biggest challenge is really not the cost of the package, but rather training consumers to return the packages. And I think there's a lot of creative ways we can do this. One, by creating brand awareness through us and our growing portfolio of brands that collectively we are training the consumers to return packaging and not see it as a single-use item. But also we're working with USPS on this, where all you have to do really is flip over the mailing label that's already on the outside of the package and leave it outside for USPS to come pick up. So that's almost as easy as having to break down a box and recycle that.
And then in terms of economics, there's incremental cost for the shipping back, and then the shipper also has to pay a premium for the rental from you, correct?
Correct.
How much does that add to a package in general, and what sort of margin impact has that had on your pilot customers?
Well, initially, the margin is not great. It's below 30%, but what we're doing in our roadmap is really targeting subscription-based companies first, and then scaling from there, and lowering our costs as we reach scale.
How would you address the potential downward pricing pressure in a solution like this? My concern would be that this could potentially become commoditized over time.
Well, we have a technology play in that, where V2 of the shipper will have a chip embedded in that will gather data that will prove to be useful to brands. So things such as open rate and event triggers.